Previously on Gridiron Primetime.
We didn't give up, so we never gave up any points.
Got a man open, that one is climbing to 5, and then he get in, touchdown!
The Falcons started their season with a blowout win against Tomball.
We're Falcons, we play hard, we play together, we play hard, we play together, we're gonna get this done, let's go!
But as the district game started, things took a turn for the worst.
Let's go!
Despite their first win, Tomball was a 4A team, and the first district game the Falcons would have to play would be against one of the best 5A teams in the state, CyFair High School. Being the oldest and most playoff-consistent team, the CyFair Bobcats have been in the spotlight for the 17-5A division for the past 10 years. But the Bobcats weren't the only team that the Falcons had to look out for in the beginning of the season. First 3 opponents the Falcons would face were teams that made the playoffs the year before. Nevertheless, the Falcons still had a job to do. Change the perception of Jersey Village and become a playoff contender.
Here, let's go. Ball carrier, tackler. Ready, go. There you go, drive your feet, it's a big body.
Trust your teammate tonight. Play together, execute the plan, and everything's gonna work out in the end, you understand? Yes, sir. Right here, make a statement tonight. I told you yesterday. Not gonna win every battle. Our goal in 48 minutes is over to win the war, you understand? Yes, sir!
The CyFair Bobcats came out strong. They drove down the field and scored on the first drive. But the Falcons responded quickly. Jalen Richardson caught 3 receptions on the quest downfield. The drive was good enough to get Jersey Village in the red zone. And at the end of the first quarter, the Falcons had held their own weight against the former district champions. But then the Bobcats would turn on the Jets. The team had over 100 yards rushing before the half ended. Despite how they played in the first quarter and the multiple opportunities to take the lead, things were just not working out for the Falcons.
Like, we get in there, halftime, we're all just sitting down, it's quiet. Coach Nookhouse walks in there, throws a mark at the board, and Coach Young walks in, defense in the shower. Everybody get up, we get in the shower, and then he's like, you know, he sits there and he just looks at us for a good 2 minutes, doesn't say anything, and we're all like, he gets fired up, punches the clipboard, and it disappears. And it's like, you know, I'm scared thinking about it right now. So
first half was it was terrible. You know, always go back to the old JV ways. It was sickening.
And in special teams, that also plays a big, part. As you see, LeKent gets the kickoff, runs it all the way back to the 2-yard line, and fumbles, touchback, and that could have been the game winner. That could have been a momentum shifter.
He told us what kind of men are you gonna be? Are y'all gonna fight, or are you just gonna cower down? And I think that invoked a lot of confidence in us. They had big guys, and we were smaller than them. But I mean, that doesn't mean anything when you have heart. The game plan was to just clear up all the holes and just make tackles, and it wasn't, the game plan didn't change. It's just how we played changed, and that game itself, just dominating defense, that was just a glimpse of what was to come.
And dominant they were. Deshaun Qualls again proved that he could move outside the pocket. The offense came back and scored on the first drive in the second half. Meanwhile, the defense nearly shut out CyFair's offense for the rest of the game. By the fourth quarter, the Falcons had cut the deficit down to 5 points.
Yeah, Jersey Village! Purple and gold!
But Deshaun Qualls and the Falcon offense only had a couple of seconds to make a last-minute drive.
Bobcats getting the 28-23 win over the Falcons, although the Falcons did outscore the Bobcats 13-7 in the second half and came pretty close to a good comeback. It wasn't to be, as the Falcons fell by 5 points to the Bobcats. Deshaun Qualls, the quarterback of Jersey Village, going 11 for 21.
We did pretty good. That's CyFair, always the best team of this district and all that. But at the same time, you got to think of it like we didn't get the dub. We didn't get the win, and when you don't get the win, it's like, why are you happy? Why are you proud of yourself? You know what I'm saying?
Not getting blown out by CyFair, getting one possession game, hey, we can be successful. But at the same time, we shouldn't be having to say this to ourselves. We should have done how we played in the second half the whole time.
Running back Tyrus Gray came out red hot in the first half. Gray lit up the Cy Ranch defense by catching a 45-yard touchdown pass and a 50-yard rushing touchdown.
45, 40, 30, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Jersey Village.
Despite the Falcons' fast start, the Mustangs started to pull away late in the third quarter.
Snap balls. That pocket is collapsing. He is brought down. This is under heavy pressure. This is an air ball down the field, and it is picked off.
But in the end, there wasn't enough momentum for the Falcons to make a comeback.
Takes an inside look to Jersey Village's homecoming week.
Homecoming week's the best week of the first semester. If you ask any football player, I think it is. Yeah, I agree. Homecoming week the best week of the first semester, so that whole entire week, pretty exciting.
There's a lot of distractions. Of course, at the homecoming parade, everyone cheering.
It's probably the most testosterone-filled week in any 16 or 15-year-old high school player's life.
Deshaun or Jalen or Levant.
Why? Why do you think they're gonna show up?
Cause they raw.
Cause they raw?
Yeah, they good.
Cy Falls, on the other hand, has looked pretty bad.
Everybody was just, we're gonna win. Man, we're gonna win this game. We're gonna go to the homecoming dance, a great time.
85% of this roster is playing varsity ball for the first time. So, I mean, CyFair's completely turned over their roster. I mean,
starting out 0-3, the CyFair Eagles didn't seem very threatening. It almost felt like the Falcons had the game already won before it even started. But in football, and especially in the 17-5A division, anything could happen. The Falcons came out a little slow, but sped up in the second quarter. The offense was producing, and the defense was solid. The chances of winning looked hopeful.
Number 6 on the night for Jersey Village.
But once the second half took off, disaster struck. CyFair surged back to take a commanding lead. It was clear that the Falcons underestimated the young team. A chance to win came with the late fourth quarter touchdown. And after tying the game, all the Falcons would need is an extra point to take the lead. But the kick went wide left, and what would happen next would shock Pridgeon Stadium.
See them throw it like a flare to the running back, and he gets 5 yards, and he gets 10 yards, and he breaks 3 tackles, and he gets wound up. I'm like, all right, it's not bad. Breaks out of that, and I see him run home to the touchdown. I see their crowd go wild. It's dead behind me, and like your stomach, you just feel like someone just like poisoned you, and it's just. And we did it to ourselves. I mean, it's no one to blame but us.
We felt terrible after they scored. Like, it was just, we knew we just lost the game. Like, no matter what happened before that, we just gave up the biggest play of the game.
It was really when we kind of woke up like, wow, but this is the old us. Like, this can't happen.
The Falcons had hit rock bottom, and with their third straight loss, the team was close to playoff elimination. What was supposed to be a playoff contending year now resembled the disappointment of JV's past. The next week game would be a do-or-die situation for the Falcons.
Of course, when we lost that game, 2 in a row just hit us like, man, we can't let this happen again. We're turning back to the old JV. This is supposed to be, this is us, this is the new year.
After that, we just knew the next time we stepped on the field, we had to do something. We had to show everybody something.
On the next Gridiron Primetime, the Falcons look for redemption.
Student sections don't win games, players do.